Welcome to OZ's TV, where history comes alive.
Edward's government collapsed with astonishing speed. The king fled west with Hugh Despenser. Despenser's father was captured first. He was condemned and executed. Then Hugh Despenser the younger was taken. Despenser was given the brutal death reserved for traitors. He was dragged, hanged, mutilated, and divided. The punishment was deliberately theatrical. It was intended to erase his honor and terrify anyone who might defend him. Isabella was present in the city when he died. To later generations, this became the moment the abandoned queen transformed into the she-wolf of France. But the nickname was attached to her centuries after her lifetime. It says as much about society's fear of powerful women as it does about Isabella herself. A king who destroyed an enemy could be called strong. A queen who did the same could be called monstrous. Edward was captured in November 1326. The king who had once ruled England now stood abandoned by his nobles, his officers, and his wife. But Isabella faced a dangerous question. What could be done with an anointed king? As long as Edward wore the crown, rebellion against him remained treason. Yet killing him openly risked scandal, civil war, and divine condemnation. The solution was abdication. In January 1327, Edward surrendered the throne to his 14-year-old son. Edward III became king. But the boy did not truly rule. Power belonged to his mother and Roger Mortimer. Isabella had achieved the impossible. She had overthrown her husband and placed her child upon the throne. Yet victory had created a new danger. The former king was still alive, and while he lived, his supporters could restore him. Edward II was moved between prisons before being confined at Berkeley Castle. In September 1327, the government announced that he was dead. The traditional story claims that his jailers murdered him with a heated metal instrument, leaving no visible wound. It is one of the most infamous stories in English history. It is also unsupported by reliable contemporary evidence. Some historians believe Edward was murdered by suffocation or another method. Others have argued that he may have survived and escaped. The truth remains uncertain. Did Isabella order her husband's death? No surviving proof gives a certain answer. But Edward's disappearance benefited her government. The man she had once married beneath cathedral candles was now gone. Their union had begun as a promise of peace. It ended in captivity, rumors, and death. Whether Isabella mourned him is unknown. History records the politics. It rarely records what happens inside a guilty heart. With Edward III still young, Isabella and Mortimer governed England. At first, they claimed to have liberated the kingdom from corruption. But power changed them. Or perhaps power merely revealed what had always been there. Mortimer accumulated titles, lands, and wealth. He treated nobles with arrogance and eliminated rivals. Isabella collected enormous revenues and maintained an extravagant household. The queen who had condemned Edward's favorites now appeared to have created a favorite of her own. The kingdom began to whisper. Mortimer had replaced Despenser. Isabella had replaced Edward. And the rebellion supposedly fought against tyranny had produced another form of it. The young king grew older. He watched Mortimer command his council. He watched his mother control access to him. He watched royal authority exercised in his name, while he remained little more than a ceremonial figure. Perhaps Isabella believed she was protecting her son. Perhaps she feared losing control. But jealousy does not belong only to romance. Power itself can become a lover, and those who possess it often cannot bear to see it pass into another's hands, even when that other person is their own child.